there, children. It's me, stand-up comedian Sean Dills, and I got another episode of Figure Bang for you. We got a cool crossover with one of my other channels, The Monster Dome. All kinds of cool shit today. I'm excited to show it to you, so let's go ahead and dive in.
Presents The Great Adventures pirate ship.
Ahoy! Bluebeard attack! Batten down the hatches!
Fire!
Fire!
Shiver me timbers!
Have him walk the plank.
But I'm your dad. The adventure never ends on the Fisher-Price Great Adventures pirate ship.
Hey everybody, I'm with Dwayne The Caretaker. If you ever see the other channel, The Monster Dome, this is my co-host. If you haven't seen The Monster Dome, you should check it out. It's another channel I have. Really help us out, getting more subscribers over there. We do really cool shit. Dwayne, what do we do over there?
Usually we review movies, talk about some horror stuff, horror topics, horror talk.
Horror talk.
R-R-O-R.
Yeah.
Not horror.
Yeah, a lot of confusion.
We have a trick or treat episode, our trick or treat segment. We're talking about different candies and lots of other things.
It's a lot of fun. We've been knocking them out here lately. We just need more people to come over and check us out. I got like 100 times the subscribers on this channel than the other one. So if just a few of you come on over it'd be really great. We'd really appreciate it. I mean, we put a lot of work into the Monster Dome, and if you love horror movies, this is the channel for you. Alright, as a lot of you know, I'm a big wrestling fan. Dwayne's also a big wrestling fan. Alright, so I do figure bang. We're doing a new figure bang. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get some more wrestling figures. My work normally doesn't carry wrestling figures, but they just so happen to start carrying wrestling figures recently. And when they did, I grabbed these two. This is Rick Steiner and Braun Breaker. Rick Steiner is the father of Braun Breaker. If you guys watched wrestling back in the day, you might remember Rick Steiner as part of the Steiner brothers with his brother Scott Steiner. And then, but I believe this specific action figure is from his solo career. And then years later, Braun Breaker comes out. Now he's a more recent guy. Braun is in NXT right now. He's currently, as of like the last couple of weeks, he is one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions with Baron Corbin, which is really cool. Also, another cool thing about this Braun Breaker is this is actually the variant of his figure. This is series, I think, 104, and he's supposed to come in a pink gear, which is a tribute to his father. But I actually got the variant gear here, which is kind of cool. And he also comes with the NXT Championship, which also I really like. You have any memory of these boys?
The Steiners, yeah. I remember Rick and Scott Steiner. I used to watch them when I was younger.
I actually liked them better than the Steiner brothers. I thought those guys were badass.
They were great as a tag team. When they broke up and went solo, of course Scott Steiner got a little more famous than Rick Steiner, but they were great together as a tag team.
Yeah. Scott is not in this line, but I did get these two because they're father and son. I thought that was a cool duo. But wait, I got one more. There's another character in Series 104 I got. And that's Solo Sikoa. Solo and Rick Steiner, this is their first WWE action figure in the Mattel series. So I got these two because, you know, it's the first time. So I don't know. I like Solo Sikoa. I think he's going to be a really, really big wrestler in the future. So I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and pick up his figure while it's here. So, Mattel, Wrestling Elite, Mattel are probably the biggest things I collect. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more of these in the future. And if you've seen our archives, you've probably seen a lot of these in the past. Okay, recently, I've been noticing that physical media is slowly disappearing. If you go into retail, you'll notice that the DVDs, the video games, everything else, that selection is getting a little slimmer. It's hard to explain this, but like I kind of been putting shows on digital on like my YouTube channel, but like only where I can see it. I don't know, kind of like building my own Sean Flicks, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I picked up two series on DVD that never been released on DVD or really for the most part streaming. So I had to bootleg them. I didn't, you know, I bought some bootleg DVDs of these fellers. I know you're like, oh, that's, you know, illegal, you shouldn't pirate, but you know what? They need to stop being stingy and put them out on media where I can see them. So the first one I got is the Addams Family cartoon. This isn't the first Addams Family cartoon. Hanna-Barbera did one in 1973. But this one came out in 1993, about 20 years later. 1992, 1993. This one was significantly much better. The one Hanna-Barbera did was a piece of trash, but this one's actually really good. Gomez is actually played by John Astin, the original Gomez, which is really fucking cool. I feel like they got the characters down a lot better. The one Hanna-Barbera did, Gomez sounded like a fucking pedophile, and he had such a whiny little bitch voice. This one, it's just really good. I mean, it is bootleg. You can tell by the shady ass case. It is bootleg as fuck, but it is still cool. You can tell like the quality of this DVD is still pretty good. It does have a Boomerang watermark on it, which means it aired on Boomerang and someone just ripped it from there, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. Dwayne, what are your thoughts? Did you like the Addams Family growing up?
I remember watching the old TV show in black and white. Well, it was reruns, of course, because I guess it was made in the 60s.
64.
Yeah, but I did like them, Addams Family, as a kid, and I enjoyed it. And then when I saw the movies, when they had Raul Julia in it with Angelica Houston, I went to the theater to see both of those because I liked him so much.
Did you like him better as Gomez, or did you like him better in Street Fighter?
He was funnier in Street Fighter. He had
not on purpose.
Not on purpose. It was corny. Some of his lines were just terrible.
Except one.
Well, the one about for you it was.
Yes.
Yeah, and then for me it was just a Tuesday.
Now that fucking line is bomb.
That is. That's
the rest of it was corny, but that line was fucking dope.
Oh yeah. But no, I really liked. I guess with the ensemble with all the people in the Addams Family, it just flowed better. So I just think his performance in that was a lot better.
Yeah. My buddy, my best friend VJ, you've seen on this channel. When I told him I was building Sean Flicks, as I call it, he said that's the most autistic thing I've ever heard of. Currently, I'm actually trying to get the whole Addams Family series on there. I do a little bit at a time, but yeah, so I'm trying to get everything of Addams Family media. That way I can have it all on my thing. And that way I don't have to have 100 streaming apps. That's how I see the future. If I build the Sean Flicks the way I see it, I will only need Sean Flicks, which is just my YouTube account. It sounds crazy. It works for me. But I got one more bootleg DVD. Dwayne, this is a show that I had on VHS as a kid. I absolutely loved it. This is Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. This show is cheesy, but I love it. I remember we got some of the VHS tapes from Big Lots back in the day, and I really, really liked it. And then I could never find this on DVD or on digital. So they actually released this on WWE Network. I don't know if they released the whole series. However, right after they released it, soon after, Hulk Hogan was in a lot of controversy. Somebody leaked a sex tape footage of him, where he also said some very racist things about black people. So as soon as they put Hulk Hogan Rockin' Wrestling up on WWE Network, it was just as soon gone. So I got the complete series here. Dwayne, did you ever watch this?
I watched it as a kid. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I just remember a couple of scenes, like where I think I was saying Roddy Piper's listening to like classical music at a stoplight, and then Hogan pulls up listening to rock and roll, and Piper goes crazy.
Yeah.
A couple things like that.
Do you know who played Hulk Hogan in this show?
I do not.
Brad Garrett. Do you know who that is?
Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yes, the brother. He was actually a voice actor back in the early days. I remember he was on another show I loved called Two Stupid Dogs, and he was in a couple other things. He plays Hulk Hogan here, which is really cool. I like that fact. But I'm really happy to have this. The quality of it looks pretty damn good. And on some episodes you can tell he ripped it from an old recording on TV, but which is phenomenal. It's the quality's still as good of a shape it is for being recorded that long ago. Some of them are in better quality, and I think those were VHS rips, because I remember I watched one episode yesterday that I saw as a kid and had on VHS. That one was in much better quality. So I think they ripped it from VHS and put it on a DVD. That's just my thoughts. I'm not 100% sure how they do this. Anyway, I know a lot of people say pirating is bad, but I mean, I don't know, release it so I can buy it. Normally I don't buy bootleg stuff, but if I can't get it, my dirty greasy hands on it else, any other way, I might have to pirate it. What you got for us today, Dwayne?
Well, you know, I'm a huge Vincent Price fan. On the Monster Dome, I wore my Vincent Price shirt. And we talked about Vincent Price movies before a little bit, about being Roger Corman being one of the better directors. And here I've got my Vincent Price DVD collection. It's got a bunch of the Roger Corman directed movies in there, like Pit and the Pendulum and House of Usher and The Raven and Massacre at Red Death.
Awesome.
What I've got here on top one is The Abominable Dr. Phibes, which is my favorite Vincent Price movie. Really quick about it, it's him and his wife his wife was in a car wreck, and she could not be saved. He was also in that car wreck, and he got scarred on his face. And when the doctors were operating on his wife died. He blamed the doctors for the reason. So he starts killing them. And if you ever seen the movie Saw or any of those type movies where they have all these strange, ingenious ways to make puzzles to kill people, Dr. Phibes did it back in 1971. A lot of the same things.
Did you know Vincent Price was originally going to play Santa Claus in The Nightmare Before Christmas? And he actually did the voice work for it, but his voice was so degraded by would have been 92 probably when they did the recording, or 91. His voice was so degraded they couldn't really use it.
Yeah, he tried to do I think his last episode thing he ever did live, last thing he ever did was the Edward Scissorhands. You could tell in that one he didn't talk a whole lot either. He was in bad shape at that time.
Yeah, that came out late 80s, right? Or 90s.
Okay. And I've also got Dr. Phibes Rises Again, which is not as good as the first one, but it actually has a little fun thing at the end. Vincent Price will sing Over the Rainbow, the song from Wizard of Oz. So I always thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
It is. This one's got the Comedy of Terrors and The Raven. The Raven is more of a comedy than a horror, and it actually has Boris Karloff. It's him and Boris Karloff and Peter Lorre are all like wizards who don't like each other, and they end up having like a duel at the end.
Yeah.
And the effects are a little not as good as they are now, of course, but it's still a funny little fight at the end and stuff.
Oh, fun fact, I was on Facebook today, and the guy who plays the Wolfman, what's his name? Don Chaney, or the guy who plays the original Wolfman? Lon Chaney. He was, it's him in the Wolfman gear, and I think this woman named Betty Page, who was like full naked on top of him, and he's like kind of holding her ass with the werewolf costume. All right, go ahead.
Okay. We've also got Theater of Blood, which is a good one, I think. It's he's a Shakespearean actor, and he doesn't win this award, and so he starts killing the critics the way people were dying in Shakespearean plays.
Reminds me of the original Clayface from Batman was in a movie, and he's kind of based off Boris Karloff, his the original Clayface, and they remade his movie, which pissed him off. So he killed the people in the remake the way they would die, I guess, in the original movie, and Batman and Robin eventually stopped him. But anyway, I don't know. It just made me think of Clayface from that. Go ahead.
That's fine. And just this one real quick, it's got The House on Haunted Hill, the original, and it's got The Last Man on Earth. The Last Man on Earth is from the Richard Matheson book, I Am Legend, which is also the movie that they made with Will Smith, and also there was also remade in the 70s called The Omega Man with Charlton Heston, who was in Planet of the Apes.
I haven't seen this House on Haunted Hill, but I've seen the remake. Have you seen the remake?
I did.
Did you like?
I did. The effects are a lot better, of course. This is an older movie, but even the storyline, I liked it with the ghosts and stuff, actually being alive, actually being real ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
Was a little better. This was more like a horror house, like trying to scare people, as opposed
a Scooby-Doo, if you will.
More than a actual ghost story.
I think one day on Monster Dome we might have to do original versus remake tournament.
I think it'd be great. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that House on Haunted Hill might be one of them.
I can go with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was just a little quick go through of some of my Vincent Price movies.
All right. If you one day on Monster Dome we probably will review most, if not all, of these films. So don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. to the Monster Dome. And if you're here, you're not subscribed to, you can subscribe to Cool Kids with Asthma. So on the show, one of the ongoing collectibles we've seen on this show are the WWE Classic Superstar Retro figure lines, and I got a brand new one. This time I got Captain Lou Albano. This guy's fucking awesome. I love him. He's a great manager. Also, that Hulk Hogan cartoon I was talking about earlier, he's all up in that shit. And guess what? I don't know if you knew this, but in the one of the old Super Mario cartoons, he played Mario.
Yep.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay. I'm sure you did. Anyway, but Cap Blue's cool. I saw this and I was like, I don't see him a lot, so he was one I had to get. I absolutely love it. I'm going to add this to my classic WWE Superstars Retro figure line. He is an absolute must-have for me. On the back, they also have Vader, Roddy Piper, and Hulk Hogan. They did have the Vader and Hulk Hogan. Maybe the Piper, I can't remember. But he was the one I said, he's the one coming home with Sean. Amiibo of the Week. Alright, so this week on Amiibo of the Week, I've got Dr. Mario. He is from the Dr. Mario game. You ever played Dr. Mario?
No, I haven't.
It's basically Tetris, but instead of blocks, you got like pills. Like here, he's got the red, blue pill, and then you're trying to match the colors together in a line. If you ever play Tetris, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. You got different, yellow. There's all kinds of different colored pill variations, and it's basically just Tetris except with Mario, and he's a doctor. I don't know why he's a doctor. I don't think he's really went to school for that. But he's dressed as a doctor. He said he's a doctor. You know, I don't know why a plumber would also be a doctor. But anyways, it's really cool. I love this Amiibo. I think he looks great. Has great designs. It's got his little stethoscope thing there. It's got him his little. It looks like he just got fucking Dr. Scott on over his overalls here. But I absolutely love this figure, this Amiibo. And yeah, and remember every episode of Figure Bang, we're going to show off one of my Amiibos. And this week, Dr. Mario.
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang, ooh, ee, ah. And then he struck my head.
Now on the Monster Dome, we like to talk about all things creepy and spooky. Dwayne, do you have any fond memories of Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, so I was in Kansas when it came out. I was in the Army, and I went to see it in the theaters. And they used to have, Burger King had like a little watch they gave out when the movie came out, and it was just a little flip watch, and we'd always hit it, and it'd flip up, and it would show like Jack's face on there, and we'd always say, Agent so-and-so reporting for duty, and flip it down and stuff. So just playing around with it, but it was a great little movie. I still have it. I have it on DVD. I watch it about every 3 or 4 months. I'll watch it. Just love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, the cool thing is we got some magnets. These are Nightmare Before Christmas glow-in-the-dark magnets. There's 6 altogether, 6 different ones. But if you know my luck on these, I usually get a few duplicates. So maybe we'll get all 6. It looks like Jack, Sally, the Mayor, Zero, Oogie Boogie, and an exclusive mystery one are the 6 you can get. I'm guessing it might be Santa Claus from the question mark picture here. Dwayne, you want to help me open these?
Sure.
Alright. I'll let you go ahead. You're the guest. I'll let you go ahead and open the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I will open the first one. I guess Tazia will open the first one. Thank you, Tazia. Alright, I'll let you open the first one.
Rip. Alright. And I got Oogie Boogie.
Ooh, Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
Good
There you
first choice there you picked out.
go. Awesome.
I'll open my first one. Let's see what I got. Oogie Boogie, what the fuck? It's gonna be all Oogie Boogies. This is always my luck. I always get duplicates. Well shit. Let's try out the next two. Alright, Dwayne.
There you go. Alright.
Oh,
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, that's the exclusive one.
That's the mystery one, right? The
Yes.
one? Alright, so we got Santa Claus now.
Alright, that is cool.
There we go.
He's a really spooky for the Santa Claus. Alright, let's try it out. I can already see from the reflection I got Jack Skellington.
Alright.
Alright, we're moving along now. Final two. Final two, Dwayne.
Okay.
You always look suspicious when I bring them to you.
Oogie Boogie.
Oh my
Three Oogie
god.
Boogies now.
3 Oogie Boogies. Let's make it 4. Oh. Oh my god. It's fucking Oogie Boogie. What the fuck? What? 4 Oogie Boogies? That's some bullshit. I always get the shittiest luck on these blind bags. I always be getting them duplicates. Oh, but I do like the Santa Claus. That is cool. So if you want an Oogie Boogie, just hit me up. Alright, these look cool. Dwayne, these are from your collection. Can you tell us what you brought today?
Alright, so when I was a kid, I was a huge G.I Joe fan. Had the cartoons, we had the action figures, the 3 3/4 action figures, all that stuff. I had a lot of them. Me and my brother had tons of them. I won't go through all of them, but we had a lot of them. So, just for the last couple of years, they started the G.I Joe Classified collection. They're bigger, I think they're the 6-inch ones now. I didn't collect them right away because they were very hard to find, but then some of the big box stores started getting them in, stuff like that, so I was actually able to find a couple. So I just brought a couple that I brought today that I like. First off, we got Storm Shadow, who's a ninja for Cobra. So, you know, if anybody knows anything about the cartoons or the show, Storm Shadow is one of everybody's favorites. I got Snake Eyes with Timber in a different size box. These two are, because they've got bigger accessories. They're not like just little weapons. So you got Snake Eyes, who's also a ninja / commando for G.I Joe, and his Wolf Timber. All right, next I brought Torpedo, who's a Navy SEAL. When I was a kid, I love, we were talking about wrestling earlier, Jesse Ventura, one of my favorites. He was a Navy SEAL, but he was in the military. And this one's a Navy SEAL. It was cool because he had a little diving suit and all that stuff with him. and I always thought he was one of the cooler characters. Then over here I've got Firefly, who's a bad guy. He's a Cobra. He's a saboteur, demolitions, that kind of stuff. He's a terrorist. And at the end here, I've got Scrap Iron. The reason why I brought him is he's one of my favorites as a kid. If you see him, he's got a flak vest and a helmet, all that stuff. He also has a remote control missile launcher with him, anti-armor missile launcher with him. As a kid, his figure was awesome because it came with it and had all the missiles that come out and everything. And so when they came out with the Classified series, it was one of the first ones I had to get. So I just brought a couple of them today to talk to you all about.
Okay, now Dwayne, you later joined the Army.
Yes, I did.
Was G.I Joe something that made you make that decision?
A little bit. A lot of my male members of the family were ex-military. My dad, my uncles, and just being somebody that liked military and liked history and war, stuff like that. I used to read all about knights and samurais, Vikings, all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, I just thought, well, after high school, I just went right in the Army and spent 8 years in the Army. Did different things from air defense, infantry. I worked with logistics on Fort Riley. Then I went back to air defense, and then after 8 years, I got out of the military.
Awesome, man. My memories of Joe, I was born in '94, so the original run was long gone. I knew of G.I Joe because we had a VHS of G.I Joe the movie.
Yep.
When it was really fucking awesome. Sergeant Slaughter, the wrestler, was in it as Sergeant Slaughter, the boot camp instructor. It was really cool. Cobra was fucking awesome. There was a giant, vagina monster in this movie. Kind of weird. People got killed. It was awesome. And then later on, when I got older, when Netflix just came out, they would send you DVDs. I had them send me a couple of the original G.I Joe DVDs to watch because I was really into it. And I watched it. It was a little goofy. I remember every episode, Cobra built a new terrorist weapon. It would blow up into 3 pieces. And so then they'd go fight in 3 different areas over these 3 specific pieces. I don't know why a terrorist weapon can be built with 3 damn items, but it was funny. But it was cool, and I could see, growing up back then, why this would appeal to a lot of people. I thought Cobra was just, I don't know why, I really like Cobra.
Bad guys are cooler.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, just really quick. We talked about bad guys being cooler. So I always liked the Cobra characters better. So I got my little Cobra tattoo. And then I actually went and got a Dreadnoks tattoo. The Dreadnoks were a biker gang that were mercenaries that worked for Cobra.
Yeah.
The leadership of them were actually assassins. And they just played off as being dumb, redneck bikers kind of and stuff. But they're actually really trained assassins and everything. So I always liked them a lot. Also,
you got a whole sleeve of villains over here.
Yeah, so I've got my Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And I got my Misfits, the band.
Yeah.
And then on my underarm, on my underside of my wrist, I got my Dark Mark from the Harry Potter series.
Okay.
So all bad guys, pretty much. Cthulhu, Dark Mark, Misfits band, and then my G.I Joes.
I think here to here, Don Knotts. What do you think?
Bad guy. Sure. Scooby-Doo bad guy?
No, he's a cop on Scooby-Doo. He's cool. I just like Don Knotts. I don't know. I think we should get Don Knotts tattoo. Anyway, let's keep going. Alright, I love me some D&D, and I love me some Disney. And for Christmas, I actually got these really cool Haunted Mansion dice. This is a really cool dice set with a Haunted Mansion theme. And I think we should check these out. Alright, these are some cool ass 6-sided dice. I just absolutely love these dice. I've been to Disney World once when I was really young. It was 06 when I went. And my favorite ride was the Haunted Mansion. I thought it was just the coolest fucking thing ever. I absolutely love this ride. I love these dice. These are really cool. I believe these were made by USA Opoly or something. If you guys get a chance, these are really cool. I'd really recommend picking these up. These are really fucking cool. As you can see, these are based off of the bust, that's the singing bust from the ride, which is just another great, awesome detail I love. So yeah, you should really pick these up. So I know next time I'll play some Dungeons and Dragons, I'm going to bring a couple of happy haunts with me to play. Alright, a few episodes ago, I had my buddy Bonnie over, and her boyfriend Jimmy showed off some of their Hot Wheels. I had a few Hot Wheels to show off, and since then I've gotten some more Hot Wheels. I guess they kind of sparked my Hot Wheel interest, but I only have like a specific niche of Hot Wheels. As you can see, exclusively Batmobiles. I love Batman. Of course, if I see like a Scooby-Doo, I almost picked up a SpongeBob monster truck the other day. I didn't get it, but I was close. I ended up getting some DVDs instead. I ended up getting like the complete series of Ren and Stimpy and Mr. Magoo, the Leslie Nielsen Disney movie Mr. Magoo. Anyway, but I do have these 4 Hot Wheels. Up first, this is from the Arkham Asylum. This is the first game of the Rocksteady ones. This isn't the exact color from the game. This is a purple version of that car. It is really badass. I think, to me, Arkham Asylum video games, those really good 4 video games, are my favorite rendition of Batman. I don't know if you ever played the Arkham games. Have you ever watched footage of it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It is the best. It's my favorite. It's basically Batman the animated series, but the bad guys can kill. It is fucking awesome. They even have a few of the same voice actors. When I say a few, it's mostly Batman, Joker, and in the first one, Harley Quinn's. The rest of them they kind of recast, but they're still really good. Like, I absolutely love the new. I know. What's his name? John Glover, I think, the guy from Smallville. He played the Riddler in the animated series. He doesn't play him here, but the guy that got playing him in this one's just like really fucking good too. Anyway, I love Arkham Asylum. So on the last time we filmed, I had an orange 66 Batmobile. I was like, I don't think I'd get all the colors for this. I lied. I found a fucking golden Batmobile of Batman 66. I was like, well, it's fucking gold. I gotta get it. I can't not get a golden 66 Batmobile. So this is the second one I got for this show. This one just gold. Alright, another gold one I have. This is from Batman Brave and the Bold. Did you ever see that show?
No.
Anyway, Batman Brave and the Bold. That one came out in the late 2000s. It was a great show. It kind of goes back to Batman's campy days, like the 66 campiness. However, it's like Batman 66 meets modern comics. He was voiced by the guy from the fucking Drew Carey show. Not Drew Carey, but one of his little buddies. Not the one.
Dietrich Bader?
I think so, yes. He plays Batman. That guy's also in, I know he's also in the fucking Jay and Silent Bob movie. Yeah. He plays Batman in this. He does a good job. He also does the voice of Batman in the Harley Quinn TV series. That's, I think, still going, to my knowledge. He does a great job. Anyway, I love that show. It made me fall in love with Aquaman, that show. And this is the Batmobile from the show. And our final Hot Wheel today, another gold Batmobile. I've got all these at my job. We just somehow get all the gold ones. This is from Batman the Animated Series. This one's just fucking slick. You kind of get a little dick tingle when you see gold Batmobile from Batman the Animated Series. This is beautiful. I love it. It's probably my favorite Batmobile. Do you have a favorite Batmobile?
Probably the Michael Keaton, the first movie.
I like first
one.
Bird.
Yeah.
I like this one better. It's gold too, so it's pretty fucking cool. So there you have it. These are my new Hot Wheel pickups. Another Batman figure. Lots of Batman today. Are you a big Batman fan?
I am a Batman
Okay, cool. Oh, good. I got this is a Mortal Kombat 11 Joker. He was one of the guest characters in Mortal Kombat 11. Joker is really fucking cool. This is made by McFarlane Toys, who make great figures. So this guy, I had to get him. I actually got him for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift to me, and I absolutely love it. This Joker looks awesome. He has this really badass cane too that I absolutely love. You guys really gotta check out. I go to McFarlane Toys website all the time. I get some really cool shit from there, and I really recommend it. And this guy looks awesome. Also, by McFarlane Toys, we have from Batman 66 toy line, King Tut. Now, did you ever watch the Batman 66?
I haven't watched it, yes.
Alright, now this guy was made, I believe, for Batman 66. Later on, he does come out in the comics later on, which is really cool. So I'd like to see this guy featured in the comics more in the future. But this figure is really fucking cool. It's nice to see someone like King Tut getting a figure. I'd like to see him maybe made into a more modern version, you know, something cool like that. I just love when they pay homage to just the early Batman stuff, you know, just not leave nobody behind. I'd like to see more of these Batman 66 exclusive villains move on over, like Vincent Price, who played Egghead, and then you have some other villains. I'm trying to think of the other exclusive villains. I think maybe Bookworm was one, and they had a couple like Robin Hood themed villains too in that show. But this guy, King Tut, he's probably one of my favorites of the exclusives to Batman 66, and this toy is really awesome. Another McFarlane Toys. So a few episodes ago, when we did the Father's Day special, I had a Batman collectible set that came with a bunch of Batman figures from this one comic line. For Christmas, I got this. This is from the same comic line. In fact, the Batman and Severed Head Joker in this is part of the collector set I got my dad. And this time I got one, and this is like this is just a Batman and Joker Severed Head. We're going to take this out and take a peek at it. Well, here it is. Really cool. I love this. He's going to be a great background piece. I really love it. Dwayne, what are your thoughts?
I like it. I like it a lot. I like the Joker Severed Head. I like his, does he have a straight jacket on?
Yep, it's a straight jacket. He was, I think in the comic he was put in an asylum or something. I haven't read the comic, but we talked about it when I had that big collector set I got my dad for Father's Day. If you guys want to go back and watch that episode, that was a really good one, and is just a really cool toy. And this is a cool throwback. I love that. I love this, and this is going to be a background piece to the Monster Dome. So, to help celebrate the Monster Dome, we got some spooky stuff for the Monster Dome. I got us a Chucky and Michael Myers. These are little dancing figures. I picked these up around Halloween last year. And let's see.
Now sit back and learn from the master.
Well, okay. And then we also got he blew fucking Chucky out the goddamn water. Chucky just says a little shit. Michael did a whole goddamn fucking musical number. He did a little Peanuts, little fucking dance. It's fucking dope. This is a Michael Myers from Halloween 2, I believe, is where he's supposed to be from. This, I believe, is supposed to be from the TV series, perhaps. I don't know, but they're both great. I still love them both. Dwayne, you love these guys too, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah. And with the little, with the dolls here, the Michael Myers one, like you said, it just blew away. I was gonna say, well, he didn't say nothing because Chucky said something to make a joke because Michael Myers don't talk, but then he just kept dancing and dancing and dancing. And I'm like, all right, that was pretty cool.
He went ham. Let's give Chucky one more shot.
It's showtime.
Anyway, these were pretty cool. They were pretty pricey, but I thought they'd be just great fucking background for the Monster Dome. Again, you guys should really check this show out. This show is awesome. We love horror films. We get to geek out on horror stuff nonstop through the whole show. It is just an absolute blast, and these boys will be behind us every step of the way. As you guys know, me and Tazy love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We've shown a shit ton of their collectibles on here. Well, we got another one for Christmas. Tazy got me this really cool Killer Clowns from Outer Space Funko Pop. This is like the very famous pizza scene where the girl opens the door and there's a bunch of clowns holding pizza, and the little fucker comes out of the top pizza and shoots her and turns her into cotton candy. God, this movie's fucking great, and we have not reviewed it for the Monster Dome yet, but you better guarantee you I'm gonna be throwing some fucking points on there because I fucking love this movie. This Funko Pop is just a fucking beautiful piece, and we might have to be getting some more very soon. Dwayne, what's your thoughts on this Funko and the movie?
The Funko's really cool. Just looking at it here, you said you got Shorty out of the pizza box, and just turned the people into cotton candy and encasing them in it. The movie's so funny, and I just, like you said, this is a great pop. It's a great collectible.
Yes. When's the first time you saw this movie?
Oh God, probably a year or two after it came out. I rented it from a video store, and I've been watching it every little bit. I've been watching it.
Yes.
It's just great rewatchable.
No, it's such a good movie, and I guarantee you, before long, the whole Monster Dome's gonna be nothing but Killer Clowns. And for the finale of today's Figure Bang, Dwayne, what do you have for us today?
So what I got here is some Toony Terrors. Originally I bought the Victor Crowley one where we reviewed Hatchet for the Monster Dome.
We did a big Halloween special, reviewed all four, as of now, all four of the Victor Crowley movies. Dwayne was a plus player and got us the Victor Crowley figure.
Correct. And then we talked about Vincent Price a couple times on the Monster Dome, so I went and got us a Vincent Price figure. And then because I did all that, we talked about Rob Zombie a bunch, and so I went and got us a Captain Spaulding figure.
That's how it always starts. It always starts with one.
Yep.
Talk about the collector of collectors here. It always just starts with that one spark, and then you're like, well, I got this one, two wouldn't hurt, and by the time you get to four, you're like, well, fuck it, I'm balls deep, let's go ahead and get off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, these guys are so fucking cool. I love the Toony Terrors. I love the back of the Captain Spaulding one. This is like when he had the ride at his little gas station. This is like the little ride, and this is it's just great. You don't need to have this on your toys, but to add that detail, I think it's just a little A+ there. Really fucking cool. Each of these are great. There's more to collect in the series, and by God, we're gonna get all of them eventually. And we have three of them. And we will be coming back with more of these. Dwayne, which one's your favorite?
Right now, of course, Vincent Price's. I love Victor Crowley Hatchet movies. I love Captain Spaulding in the Firefly trilogy.
Yeah.
But just being an old school Vincent Price fan, I just like the Vincent Price one. He's got his little It's got a little black cat, and it's got a little skull with him and everything. On the back, his back piece shows it looks like it's a house on Haunted Hill house there. And then even the Victor Crowley one, at the back of it looks like it's got the swamp where he lived and died. And became a ghost, a repeater ghost.
What was it, the honey something swamp?
Something like that, yeah. So like I said, we bought one to get started for the show. And I was like, well, grab a couple more because we talked about them, and I'm going to order some more, look for some more, and we'll have them here for you on the show.
Also, we'll be talking about some of these on the Monster Dome as well. So, again, cheap plug. Well, did you have fun on Figure Bang?
No.
Okay, well, hopefully you have fun on Monster Dome, their other show. Go ahead, I'm sure I've been putting up things to go to our channel all through this episode. We have so much fucking fun over there. We are absolutely horror fanatics, so you gotta go check us out. It is awesome. If horror movies are your thing, this is the show for you. When I originally came up with the show, I wanted it to be more like Monster Vision, but I can't really show movies for copyright or YouTube reasons. They won't let us show movies on there. So we still like to talk about them, and we'll show clips and review movies. It is just a lot of fun. Dwayne, what are your thoughts on the Monster Dome?
I like the Monster Dome. Like I said, we talk about a bunch of horror movies, horror collectibles, all kinds of different things. The Trick or Treat, where we talk about different types of candies.
Yes,
and stuff.
we just did one on candy from Mexico, and that was some of the worst fucking tasting things I've ever put in my mouth. And I eat ass.
To go along with that, we talk about horror talk, where we can pick topics and talk about different things.
Yes.
And then the horror on the small screen, we talk about TV shows with horror episodes or horror related episodes.
Yes, we review lots of Goosebumps, Tales from the Crypt. We just did an old classic Mickey Mouse cartoon called The Mad Doctor, who, by the way, since then, I know it's probably Monster Dome time, but since we reviewed The Mad Doctor, they just announced they're re-releasing Epic Mickey. The fucking Mad Doctor's in the game. I played the game, but I never saw the short. But now I've seen the short, and then I see the new trailer for the new game. The Mad Doctor was in that game. I was like, holy shit, how cool is that? It's kind of like a weird coincidence. We just watched the short, and then I see him in the new Epic Mickey remastered trailer. But the Monster Dome is really cool. We have a lot of fun. Go ahead and check it out. And to end today's show, I want to show everybody our really badass intro theme to the Monster Dome.
Okay.
And if that doesn't fucking hook you, you probably just don't like scary movies. Because our theme song, we didn't make the theme song, but the opening theme to this show is just the fucking coolest, one of the coolest things I've ever edited. It did take me 12 hours to edit that. But anyway. So check out, here's the opening theme to the Monster Dome, and don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the Monster Dome, and since you're already here, subscribe to Cool Kids with Asthma. Bye-bye!
You can have it!
I can do it right.